Look at these three sentences. I still haven't eaten. I haven't eaten yet. I already haven't eaten. I get so many questions about these three words, still, already, and yet. But today, I'm going to show you a simple timeline that connects all three words so that by the end of this lesson, you will finally know when to use each one. Are you ready? Now, before I explain each word, I want to show you something that's going to make everything much easier. Think about this simple timeline. And here's the key idea. And this is the thing that most learners have never actually learned. Already is connected to the past. Still is connected to the present. And yet is connected to the future. And I know that might sound a little bit strange right now, but I promise you, by the end of this lesson, you will see exactly why that is true, and this timeline will help you remember when we need to use each word correctly. Now, before we get to that, as always, this lesson comes with a free worksheet and test that you can download and review everything from this lesson. When you download it, you will also receive a free copy of my English Quick Fix ebook, which gives you 16 steps to fix your English. So you can click up there to download that or scan the QR code if you're watching on a telly. There's also a link in the description for you. So click one of those things, enter your email, and I will send it right to you. Right, let's start with the first word, already. Now remember, already is connected to the past, but it doesn't tell us just that something happened. It tells us that something happened earlier than expected, or earlier than we thought it would. Okay, so basically it connects to the past because it's something that is done, it's completed, it's finished. So look at these examples. Imagine you tell me to send the email. And I say to you, I've already sent it. Okay, so I'm telling you about something that happened in the past, but it was earlier, it happened earlier than you expected. Right, you're telling me to send it, but hey, I've already sent it. Okay, next, you ask me where Sarah is. And I say, well, she's already left. Again, I'm talking about something that happened in the past, but it happened earlier than you expected. Okay, you're looking for her. Where's Sarah? You didn't think that she had left, but I'm telling you that, yes, she's already left. She left sooner than you had expected. Okay, one final example. We are deciding which film to watch tonight. Okay, you and me. You suggest Superman. And I say, no, we've already seen that film. Again, this happened sooner than you had expected. In other words, any time in the past, you'd forgotten that we'd seen this movie. So it's kind of a surprise that it's happened in the past. And that's why I say already. We've already seen that film. We don't want to watch it again. Okay? So just remember, in all of these situations, we're using already to say it happened, and usually to say that it happened sooner than expected, or there's a little bit of surprise in there that it has happened. Now, one very, very common mistake is using already with the wrong tense. Now, in British English, we use the word already with the perfect tenses, all right? Present perfect and past perfect. So not I already ate, no. I have already eaten. Or, when we're talking about a story in the past, I had already eaten. Now, in American English, I already ate is perfectly normal. But in British English, the present perfect sounds much more natural. Okay, it sounds a bit strange to use the past simple with already in British. Okay, and another common mistake is putting already in the wrong position in the sentence. So it normally goes between the auxiliary verb and the main verb. For example, I've already eaten. So not I've eaten already the pasta, but I've already eaten the pasta. Already goes between have and the main verb eaten. But do be aware that in American English, you can put it at the end of the sentence as well. Okay, so I've eaten already. Sounds very American when you say that, but it's completely normal for them. Sounds a little bit strange for British English. So there you go. Already is connected to the past. Now we're going to look at the one that is connected to the present, still. Okay? We use still to say that a situation that started in the past has not changed. It's continuing right now. So let's have a look at a couple of examples. I still live in the same house. In other words, I started living in that house in the past, but the situation has not changed. The situation is still true now. I live in this house now. I still live in the same house. She's still studying for the exam. She hasn't taken the exam? No. She started in the past. It's still true now. She is still studying for the exam. Okay, what about this? We're still waiting for the results. Okay, we started waiting for the results in the past, and it's still true now. We are waiting for the results now. We're still waiting for the results. Okay, so in every case, as you can see, we're talking about something that started in the past, nothing's changed, and it's still true now. Now, the most common mistake with still is putting it in the wrong position. Same thing happened with already. But with positive sentences, still goes just before the main verb. Okay, so like between the auxiliary verb, if there is one, and the main verb. I love this song. I still love this song. She is working. She is still working. Just be careful in negative sentences though, because still goes before the negative, before not, or before the negative auxiliary, like don't. I don't understand. I still don't understand. She hasn't replied. She still hasn't replied. Now, if those sentences look strange to you, it's probably because you have learned that when we have a negative sentence, we use yet. Well, that's not always true. We're going to look at yet in a minute, but these sentences are perfectly fine. I don't understand. I still don't understand. In other words, I didn't understand in the past. This situation has not changed. And it's true now. So, I still don't understand. And this one, she still hasn't replied. Okay, so I emailed her last week. The day after, I said to myself, she hasn't replied. And this situation has not changed. It's true now. So, I can say, she still hasn't replied. Okay, they're perfectly correct sentences. And don't confuse them with yet. So let's have a look at when to use yet. And before we do, don't forget that you can download the full summary plus a test of all this grammar. And I'll also send you my free ebook, English Quick Fix. So you can get that by clicking the link up there or scanning the code, and I'll email it right to you. Okay, yet. Now, yet, remember, was on the future part of our timeline. And as I just said, you probably learned that we use yet in negative sentences and questions. And you're right. As I just said, that doesn't mean that we can't use still in negative sentences, but we use yet to say that something hasn't happened, but we expect it to happen at some point in the future. That's the crucial thing here. So look at these examples. I haven't had lunch yet, okay? It's like 10 to 12 right now. I will have lunch. I expect to have lunch when I've finished recording this video. But right now, I haven't had lunch. So to express the fact that it hasn't happened now, but I'm sure it will happen very soon in the future, we use yet. I haven't had lunch yet. Okay, she hasn't called yet. In other words, no, She hasn't called, but I expect her to call me at some point in the future. And in the question, have you finished yet? In other words, I'm asking you, have you finished? And I'm expressing the fact that at some point in the future, I expect you to finish. So this feeling of yet, just remember, it means that the thing hasn't happened, but it probably will in the future. We're expecting it, okay? It's on the way, it's coming. And that's why we think of yet as being connected to the future. So it's over there, it's in the future. Where do we put yet in a sentence? Over there, okay? Right at the end of the sentence. It's a very consistent rule. It's true for negatives and questions. So it's not I yet haven't had lunch. No, I haven't had lunch yet. Or in questions, we can't say, yet have you finished? No, have you finished yet? Okay, it almost always goes at the end of the sentence. Okay, let's go back to those 3 sentences that I showed you at the beginning of this video. I still haven't eaten. I haven't eaten yet. I've already eaten. So look at the timeline now. In the 3rd sentence, eating is in the past. It's done. So we use already. In the 1st and 2nd sentences, eating hasn't happened. But notice something interesting here. Both still and yet can describe the same situation. But there's a small difference that surprises many learners. So, I still haven't eaten, I haven't eaten yet. They're both correct. They both mean that eating has not happened. But when you use still, there's a feeling of surprise, or frustration, or impatience, as if you expect things to be different now. I still haven't eaten. It's already 3 o'clock in the afternoon. Okay, I've been busy, I've been making many videos, and I haven't had the time to eat. And I can't believe it's 3 o'clock. I'm starving. But when you use yet, it's much more neutral. Okay, I haven't eaten. Okay, that's fine. No frustration, because I'm sure it will happen in the future. So the meaning is similar, the emotion is different. Still adds that feeling, that frustration, but yet is more neutral. Okay, quick test for you. Finish this sentence with still, already, or yet. So, living with my parents, no job, Write your answer in the comments. I would love to see your answers. Now, still, already, and yet are 3 of the most common words that intermediate learners use incorrectly, but they're not the only ones. And in that video there, I show you 10 more speaking mistakes that most learners make and exactly how to fix them. So I'll see you there. Thanks for watching, and bye for now.